Okay. Yeah, at any point, any questions, just like, hang on, can you clarify that or whatever, or what we're reading doesn't make sense or whatever, just, and we'll try and make it fun. What do we got? So I was about to say it's Mage Ascension. No, it's not. No, so it's Nexus Modern Sorcery, game about sorcerers, humans who can perform wondrous things with magic, explore the hidden worlds, and changing people's lives. And everything in the game is sort of geared towards those three things. Well, that's the plan anyway. Yeah, so I'm just showing there's the 3 playbooks I've got up there in the thing there. It should be because I linked a quick start as well as the sheets. And you just want to just pick one of them and we'll run through creating characters and stuff. So it's modernist, as in the last 20 years. Generally, I don't mention COVID or Brexit because it's like, they're bummers. It's not fun.
So I don't know about you, Horst. I kind of have my eye on the X-Arc as a playbook.
That's cool. So the Harlequin is a very outgoing character, I assume.
Yeah, by default, but
after a long, hard week, I'm tenderized enough to not be outgoing. Reality has ground me down, so I will play the Marauder.
No worries. Yeah, I think of the Marauder, I was thinking of a soldier, not in the I'm a thug context, but I'm a professional who has their shit together and approaches situations tactically or whatever. Plus, it's a damn good mech in BattleTech, so that's why I chose that.
Twin PPCs for the win, huh?
Yes, yep. Spot on. Okay. Was supposed to be a third player, but they haven't done anything. Obviously, you got the email, so the email went out. Google Mail, I started marking spam as not appropriate and since I've been doing that, I figured I'd get less spam, but no, I've got more. I've just been getting all sorts of crap come through, and I'm like, are they angry I don't like their ads or something?
Do you have a naming
You have proven that you're reading the spam, and therefore they want to send you more of it.
A name? No, just choose any old name will do.
And
probably... Because it's probably not your real name, it's just a name you go by because you don't want people to get your real name.
So it's like we have an alias or something. Alias?
Yeah.
I mean, will it be something flavorful like the Doom Bringer, or is it something like Steven?
No, it'll be Steven or something Earth-based, because you're a human who grew up on Earth. I'll just add. Hi, Chris. Can you hear us?
Hello. Sorry I'm late. My dog has his own ideas about when it's appropriate to go outside.
Jolly good. Okay. Yeah, so this is Nexus Modern Sorcery. It's just a playtest. It's a bit informal, but we'll try and make it fun. Have you got the links for? You must have the link for the Excel sheet. Otherwise, I can just stick it in chat anyway. Come on.
Doesn't it make sense to have 3 different playbooks?
It makes more sense, but you don't have to, because you can choose different moves and stuff.
So, Chris, do you have a preference? Oh.
Okay, I think my internet is stabilized.
Right. Chris, can you access the quick start or the Excel sheet for the characters?
Yes, I can. I'm
Okay,
pulling
cool.
it up right now. My internet is a little spotty though.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I think Donna was looking at Exarch. So if you want to, are you going to Marauder Horst or?
I leave it up to Chris. I can play the Harlequin as well.
Harlequin looks fun. I think I'll
Take
go
the Harlequin then.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
And the other, like Knightseer, Storm Rider, and Warlock, they're not done yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're done to a certain amount, but for playtest, let's just keep it simple.
cool.
So yeah, you get your playbook moves and your sorcery moves from the tab with Exarch, Harlequin, and Marauder on it. You just pick 2 from each.
And Vice and Zodiac, what is the purpose? Or the
Vice and Virtue is just your aspects of your personality. They should be pulled down lists. It's just up to you how strong or mild you want to role play that. Zodiac, it has a link to certain magical things in the game, but it's probably not going to come up this session, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Cool.
I remember one of the first games I ran, they had Virtue and Vice. 3 of the characters had Cowardice as a vice, and I thought this must be some sort of role-playing history event or something. Because generally people be, brave and I'm going to hit things soon. But no, they avoided combat like the plague. That's all right.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm still getting the hang of sort of creating character keepers because, yeah, it's a bit of an art form in itself. I don't think I'll ever get up to the level of the between where it's like magic.
I was just about to say that, Blake. It's just magic. I mean, I've done a fair amount of character keepers, but no, I don't think I'm even going to attempt to do a between.
Yeah, if I could figure out how to do like a pull-down list that leads to filling in auto-populating a field, then I could make it a hell of a lot easier. But this is about as user-friendly as I can get for now.
Yeah, I have probably a minority opinion, but I actually despise the highly specialized character sheets where it's the surface where I have to click things. I'd rather have something organic where I can actually interact with the sheet, if you know what I mean. I don't know why it is. It seems like I don't know, I'm tricked or something, or manipulated.
Oh.
Never heard that take before.
It's a minority opinion for a reason.
Yeah, if you have
It's
any questions,
it's the OSR in you, I think.
Probably, yeah. It's the I want to.
How dare they constrain your freedom?
Yes, exactly. My freedom, man. And then sorcery.
Yep, so 2 from them.
Oh shit, I'm stupid.
No, I mean,
I did the same mistake. I just read, oh no, I got to put it into a different section.
I was thinking the playbook moves, they look pretty badass, but they're actually
for those ones you can just do them. The sorcery ones you actually have to roll.
I do like. I'd like the way the Harlequin is like druid and like arcane trickster, I guess. Like
Yeah.
We've got illusion magic and all this plant stuff, and that's real neat.
Yeah, because they're often couriers, which is code word for a play toy for fairy creatures. So it's up to you sort of how much, which way you want to lean into it. But yeah.
I can't. Oh, there it goes. Oh, oops.
Yeah, I spent an hour or two. Actually, no, it was about 3. Working out the spreadsheet, and then I uploaded it, and then Google Online just made half it go to shit, and I had to do it all again and just keep an online version of it. So, oh no.
Yep.
Especially things like tick boxes, just nope, not doing that. Got to add them again.
Sheets is a temperamental mistress.
Yeah, I mean so I do the same thing. Like I create the kind of basic stuff in Excel, and then I upload it and create a copy in Google Sheets. And there's some things I just don't do in Excel now, like tick boxes. I just do those in Google Sheets because it's just not worth the trouble of doing them again.
All right. So, as you'd like to go to the Cabal tab, should be the second tab down the bottom, we'll do the bit that says Nexus Group Focus. And basically, you just pick 2 of those things, and for the context of your campaign, these are the 2 things that the Nexus Group, the worldwide company, is focused on.
I like the idea of performance.
Sorcerer and Lion Dancers.
Listen, dance is an underappreciated means of casting magic spells.
I mean, fairy magic must include some kind of dance, I would assume.
Yeah.
What do you think the circles are for? For getting down.
That explains Michael Flatley's hair.
Okay, my character is done, I think, except a name. And I cannot express enough how I disdain the fact that there are no names that I can pick from.
Oh, all right.
Oh, no. Now you want your,
you really
creativity constrained.
I will call myself Ibrahima Konate, which is a very good defender in the Liverpool defense.
Okay. So if you want to look at the Cabal tab, is there 2 that interest you? We've got 1 vote for performance.
Okay, environmental hunters, magical performance, rescuers, or understanding. Donna? Anything?
Sorry, Horst. I was
Yep.
not really paying attention to our Cabal speak. I was too focused
Yeah,
on
so
choosing a star sign.
Oh, it's a choice.
so on the Cabal tab, we need to pick two, and we have already picked performance, which I like.
Okay.
So we value performance and
encourage it.
And maybe even do it. Are we performers?
Yeah,
as
you
well?
could have a band gig
Oh,
or
yeah.
acting gig, or be actors or managers, and you're the Simon Cowells of the magical world.
I mean, we could
That's
be
pretty
Yeah.
good.
a theater troupe or something.
I do enjoy the idea of a magical traveling circus or some such.
Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah. How about environmental hippie performers?
Ooh. There's like this Norwegian artist who changes landscapes. He had an exhibition in the Tate where he put like the sun.
Oh, I was there for that.
I was there for that as well.
It's
It's 2001, I think.
Yeah, I was like 4 years old, but
I was 30. It was magical. It was really magical. I can't remember his name. I think a Norwegian or Swedish or something.
Swedish sounds right.
Yeah, we'll Google it in the first break.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Environmental art.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Maybe
Magical
travel.
art.
I mean, I don't want to go out too far, but maybe we travel from place to place and then with magic mushrooms or whatever change the reality of the place.
I mean, maybe the performance is the thing that changes the reality.
Yes, the dance.
Does the
I mean,
for some reason,
the
when you're
magic is
talking about
that when the performance and the magic mushrooms change our perception of reality changes
everything else
afterwards.
No, but I do kind of love the idea of the performance as a like locked space as the world changes around it. Or that the performance changes the hearts and minds of all who see it. But that's
that's the
more
lame version, I
classically
think.
mundane.
It might
Too
be
mundane.
there's people doing dodgy stuff in the environment in a certain area. You do like a band tour there, and while you're there, you try and talk to people and get them to be more pro environment. You use your magic to help people or rescue people or fix things, and then like when you do a ritual, you do it through music. It's like a big open air concert or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we go from place to place, like horrible urbanized spaces, or I don't know, like sites where
we dance until there's a park there.
Yeah, I mean, and we dance until there's a park or the like trees start to grow. We bring nature back to these places.
That'd be a really fun like eco-terrorism routine.
It's some kind of eco-activism, I would say.
Yeah, no, but like also dancing so hard that like a tree tears down a building is another very fun image. The group can veto that if they want.
I mean, depends on how radical we are, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a playtest, so it's not going to be a huge amount of role playing, but we'll try and make it fun. But yeah, you've got Talk to Plants, you've got Dream Sight, you've got Eldritch Mist. Oh, sweet. Okay. And now you can go on a Cabal tab to the top section, which is basically just answer the number one, the history question, basically. So you worked with a group using something against another group.
What?
On the Cabal tab up the top,
Okay.
there's a Your Cabal section. We're just going to answer the first questions like a group background history thing. So your Cabal worked with certain group of creatures using something against another group of creatures.
Guys, I'll be back in a second.
No, I'm just looking at the options. What is a Ninazu?
Oh, they're scorpion folk.
Neat.
They're not friendly. It's yeah.
I love bug people.
When Will and Sabine did it, they used undead against undead. So they started a union among the skeletons to overthrow the vampire overlord,
Ah, yes, a classic.
which is on brand for Will. But
Sorry, Chris, I just noticed that we have both picked Dreamsight as one of our sorceries.
Oh, did we?
that's all right.
Yeah.
You can, you deal with dreams a lot. Because one of you at least would
it's
have.
a valuable skill to have if we are to change reality through performance. We need to know.
Because there's a
people
couple of
want.
sort of alternative worlds to Earth, but there's also the Dreamlands, which is, the astral plane, the fairy realm, all of it combined. And you can do a lot of work in there. Maybe that's you're a bit sort of more focused towards that, helping people.
I'm back, by the way. So we decided on.
I
We
think
have
still
not
looking at the
decided.
options.
So I do not think we were working with the fairies because my character is. Apparently, the entire Harlequin playbook was just you were trapped in the Feywild and bad stuff happened.
Oh,
so
not necessarily. You could have been, willingly helping them. It's just you didn't get as good a deal as you thought. Because that's what they're like.
Who does?
I mean, if we want to really kind of stress test the game, shouldn't we pick like the most absurd answer, which is we worked with the undead?
If you like.
I mean, sure.
we can just play around. So let's say we worked with the undead using.
I'm just gonna put against fairies in.
Cool.
Using favors. Undead.
And then deception favors reason of violence.
What would would a swamp hag like classic fairy tale witch be a fey creature?
Yeah. But it may not necessarily be female, maybe male presenting or androgynous or whatever. But otherwise, yeah.
What is the most fun?
Oh, you don't have to answer the second question, but if you want to, you can. It's just, these are some shared events that you were all there for at some point in your Cabal's history, whether it was a month ago or 10 years ago. And obviously during a campaign, I'll try and weave them in as much as...
I mean, in the Cabal performed an act of something on the world, the Dreamlands. I mean, theft. I think theft is awesome. Stealing dreams.
Oh, yeah, we steal from
right?
dreams.
Cool.
Stealing from fairies is always a good thing.
Never, ever goes wrong.
I mean, stealing.
We're professionals. Don't worry.
I mean, it's better to have the slight, obvious an out front instead of some imagined slight against fairies that you can't remember.
Yeah, no, as long as you go in with the intent to do harm, you're fine.
So is it violence then?
Worked with the undead using violence.
I mean,
Jesus.
I think like deception or
I think
favors,
it's
like
worth-
using their favorite weapons against the fairy, might be kind of cool.
Most of the more obvious answer, especially if we are we are performers, right?
I feel like undead
Every
are.
kind
I
of-
feel like shapeshifters would actually be more fun than undead.
Yeah, I mean, I picked undead just because maybe it's interesting to see if we can make it work. You know, if we use like extreme results to see what happens. Or Blake, would you rather do we pick more fitting ones, obvious
Go
ones?
for it. If it doesn't work, then I need to change what options are available because then it's not working. You know, so
I don't like. I'm feeling constrained by the using options.
okay.
And I don't know how to fix that, but that's my feedback so far.
Shall we go with deception then?
Sure.
Well, maybe you pretended to be undead to sneak into a fairy camp or something because they just
Well, do the fairies employ undead?
Not really.
No.
They kind of view everything as a play thing.
But the undead could be ghosts, it could be vampires, right?
Yes.
Oh, I do like the idea of using ghosts.
So undead and deception, is that okay?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe you pretended to be undead to get something into the
we got a favor from a very old ghost who turned us invisible and intangible so we could steal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
I mean, these are two events, right? The one they're not
I don't have to be linked at all.
related. Okay.
I mean, what is one theft in the Dreamlands?
And what you did for the ghost may just be passed on a message to its descendants because it can't talk with them or whatever, you know. It doesn't have to be a harmful ghost.
Secured some of their stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing about ghosts. You think about it, your descendants will eventually join you. Your stuff stuck on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just spilled peanuts all over my room.
Okay, and so the next step is the Cabal contacts?
No, don't have to worry about that. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So. Oh, why is it? I always forget the dice roller. Hang on. Just roll with me. Let's go with that. That's right. We'll do start a session moves because I don't think I've road tested them yet. I put the dice roller in the chat. They're on some good drugs and they come up with the names for these things. Okay.
Listen. The roll with me and roll for your party are some of my favorite campaign generation tools.
For the names.
Yeah, just the link, like Wolf Ainge exchange flowers with themselves. That's an adventure right there.
It fits in with a hippie theme as well. Okay. All right. So we'll do. Dono, if you want to roll start a session, 2d6 plus expertise. Oh, you haven't done expertise yet.
Oh, I
Let me
haven't
give
done
myself.
stats yet.
Have any of us done stats yet? No.
No,
No.
I haven't. I'm stupid.
You
Let me
can't
give
be.
myself a +1 in expertise.
Okay.
So 2d6. And +1 is a 7.
All right. Okay, so you've got one bit of new equipment. What's this neat bit of equipment you've sourced?
Ooh.
Was it a gift from the ghost, or is it something you nicked from the Dreamlands, or?
I think it's like some kind of a like an ancient bronze bowl, like a shallow bowl that you can use for scrying, or a kick-ass salad maybe.
Yeah. I started thinking of Thor Ragnarok, where it says he pulls out two M16s and I got these from a place called Texas. But no, you didn't go there. You went to a much more sensible way. All right. Okay. So yes, so that would make you've got your salad bowl with you. It's not a sentence I've said in 31 years of role playing. All right, who's next in the list? I think that's Horst. Horst, if you want to roll 2d6 plus expertise as well.
My expertise is -1. How do you do that? 2d6. 1, 2, and then just re-roll, I guess. And that is an 8 -1 is a 7.
So sorry, I haven't looked at the basic moves. What is expertise used for?
Some of the magic rolls where it's just something you've got to practice, like rituals.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take one in that then. Easy.
Okay. What factions did I put in? All right.
I'm a
mentioned the
professional.
fairies. So, all right. So, Ibrahima, is it?
Mm-hmm.
You've got a mission to go into the Dreamlands, and you know the fairy are involved.
And I need to pick a faction that has...
So we're going with the fairies because you
okay.
guys with that in the history.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what you know in the past is fairy have come to Earth and the other worlds that they go to. They'll do a concert like Glastonbury, Woodstock, that sort of big open air sort of stuff. And some people just don't come home from that. And you're pretty sure they're being taken to other worlds and being not slaves, but definitely servants to the fairy.
And the concert was in the real world.
Yes.
On Earth.
Okay.
One of the real worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a few words, but we'll just deal with Earth for now and the Dreamlands. Okay. Okay, and then Sylvain, is it? All right.
Yes.
And your test, your start of session move, so 2d6 plus wits.
Okay, that is 0 for me. So I will just. Oh, oops! I have to clear the pool. Hang on. Did that?
I'm not seeing anything change. Yeah.
There we go.
8. Okay.
I think 8. Yeah. Oh, I see what's going on. I think I.
All right, so the device of virtue of someone you know that will be tested there. Okay, so you're trying to find, Sylvain, we're trying to find someone you know that went to one of these concerts and they have a strong either vice or virtue. What do you think that would be? And
Well, let me look at the vice and virtue lists. Given the circumstances, vice seems more appropriate. They're ignorant. They can't see 10 feet in front of them.
okay.
Didn't even go to the concert, just sort of wandered in.
Is this like a friend from high school? Is it your sister, or what is this? Who is this person?
This is an old drinking buddy.
Okay. All right. So one of you has teleport, I would think. Use that. All right. So Ibrahima, you've got the coordinates to one of a place in the Dreamlands. Dreamlands is huge, but you've got the coordinates so you can to teleport the Cabal there. What do your portals look like? Is it like a starry door? Is it a ring of fire? Is it stepping into a bowl of Vegemite? I don't know.
I think they are. They normally manifest as something completely mundane. So they're either like telephone cells or like changing room, in a clothing shop or something.
Yeah. You just pull the curtain aside, step in, and
yeah, and it's depending on the real world cultural norms, they will be appropriate to that cultural norm. So if we are in, I don't know, do we also hop between times, or is it always the modern
it's
times?
always a modern.
So no telephone cells, obviously, because they are disappeared. They have disappeared from reality. But it's like mundane spaces. And in this case, I think it's let me think. I think it's in a public bath, like swimming pool, and we need to go to a certain changing room.
All right. So yeah, so you activate your teleport power. You will go in the changing room. Everything goes swirly, and then everything's dark. It's dark. You feel somewhat confined. What are you going to do?
First, I've asked Sylvain, your drinking buddy, what are they called?
Oh, don't make me choose. Mortimer.
Do you have any kind of connection with him? Can you sense him?
Not at present.
At the minute, it's dark and a bit
surroundings,
and you're laying down.
Are we not just trapped in a black box the size of approximately a changing room?
No.
Is that not what's going on?
After you finish going through the portal, you're in a dark space and you're confined.
Okay. Is it like a cave? Like, what kind of dark and confined are we talking here?
More like a body bag.
Holy shit.
Okay, well, is there any one or thing in here with us?
No, you're in separate ones, but you can hear each other.
Okay. Good.
I'm like, what's it called? Like sensing around, trying to find what confines us. If there's like a zip.
Yeah, there's a big zip you can pull out.
The trick with body bags is you're not supposed to get out of them. They don't have a quick release.
Yeah,
This is a
there is a
teleporting
zipper. So you can get out of the body bags. It is dark in the room, but yeah, at least you're not. And you can stand up. I'm going to presume one of you's got a torch or a lighter or something.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah,
I've probably got fairy lights, right? Just like an orb.
if you like. All right, so you can look around the room. It's like a brick room, probably underground. It just got that cool sort of smell and feeling.
All right.
And so you're in a brick room with there's some tables that your body bags are on. Obviously, at some point, someone's dreamed of this, and that's where you arrived. Because the Dreamlands is huge. There's all sorts of stuff.
Yes, of course.
Doesn't mean you're dead.
So you're right. This doesn't make any physical sense because we're not in a physical place.
No. And there's a door, big solid green door. There's probably like a desk with a computer and a checklist.
Oh,
So can we see the name of Mortimer, of Sylvain's friend on this kind of outtake list?
Yeah, I checked the tags on all the bodies and/or body bags that are around.
He's not in the list of recent cadavers, but it looks like he signed it. It looks like someone or he has had a dream where he's in some sort of mortician or undertaker, and he signed the bottom of the form.
Okay, well.
So maybe he works in this
Usually
building.
You can't write and read in dreams, so this is interesting. And I don't trust signatures for any reason.
I checked the door.
Some kind of techno magic signatures,
Why would I tell? Why do I got to tell you my name? Huh?
Okay.
So there's a door, you said?
Yeah, just a regular big green door.
I open the door. I haven't picked any kind of weapons. Not sure if I should have.
You don't have to yet.
Okay.
I've definitely got a rapier, but beyond that, who knows?
Okay. So the door opens, and instead of the sort of building medical offices that you'd expect, it's like a storage room. Looks like you're in. From the outside, looks like you're in the outside storage room, and the rest of it is an underground car park.
What kind of vehicle did Mortimer ride when you knew him?
He was a motorcycle head. Had one of them classic Harley Davidsons.
I'll take a look around if I see any motorcycle that pops out.
Yep, there's 3 motorcycles across the car park.
I point Sylvain towards them. One of them?
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like one of them. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
So 3 Audis drive past, and they sort of the windows come down as they slow to sort of look at your group. There's werewolves heads in there, sort of staring at you as they drive past, giving you the "who the hell are you on our turf" sort of look.
I mean, I'm famous. I'm not sure if they
That
know.
just seems like a normal part of dreams that everyone has, right? Everyone
Yeah.
is also in
I'm
debt.
famous
Werewolf
everywhere,
mob, right?
dude. Not only in dreams.
One of them wiggles a CD with your band on them.
Okay, good luck, because Morty was in debt to the werewolf mob. Maybe they got him.
What am I famous for? Is that known?
It says for multiple acts of your vice or virtue. So maybe you've given away a lot of money to like charity benefits, or maybe you've shagged everything that moves, or shagged like a monarch, a royalty or a head of a country or something.
You Yoko
Shagged everything that moves to charity.
or you've written a series of really erotic novels, sort of thing. It doesn't have to be physical acts. So.
Maybe I'm known for my sexual prowess. I think I like that.
It's just like the world over, across multiple worlds, people know how good you fuck.
Well,
Really?
Well, it says amongst fairy, so.
Oh,
fairy.
fairy.
No, that is fair. That is.
So maybe
Also,
the
if
werewolves.
you think about it, acts of prowess could possibly be a currency to the fairy. Like you're doing them a favor, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So yeah, these werewolves and Audis have gone past. There's the bikes, Harley bikes at the end of the corridor.
I will definitely, approach one of the motorcycles and, take a seat. Just try to start it. I mean, it's in the dreamlands. Is there also like the dream logic? So if I, just wish the starting key into existence, it happens, or is it like its own logic?
Yeah, it's its own logic. Either the key will be there or it won't.
It's not your dream. You can't shape it.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Well, you can affect it, but yeah. No, there's no keys there. There's Morty isn't there. It does look like his bike.
Can I check the saddlebags if there's something like, or like what would it be? The motorcycle doesn't have a trunk, but some
of them do. Like if you get like a soft tail, you can have like storage space in the back. But...
Yeah. You can tell Morty's bike because there's a few 4-leaf clovers on it because he figured that's all he needs and he'll be lucky. He can ride like an idiot and he'll be safe.
Definitely know that guy.
Could Blake, in terms of like doing some sorcery, I have this move called Past Life Lore. You can learn 3 things from the past life of the target that are relevant in some way to the current situation. Could we like find some details out from Mortimer's life that would kind of suggest how the dream is going to go or where he's been in this dream already?
I didn't think of that, but sure, why not? You're in a dream that's either his or related to him, so it kind of makes sense. Yep, we'll go with that. So, you X-Arcs. So, X-Arcs. Right. So, writing. So, yours is 2d6 plus expertise or charm. what does it look like? Are you like painting and drawing stuff? Are you tracing sigils in the air? Are you writing on a big old scroll? What is your
I think it's might be a little bit more particular to the dream. So, maybe I kind of hunker down beside the bike and kind of breathe on it, and like some patterns show here as if someone has been riding on it already, and then I'm just kind of revealing it through kind of scratching over it with charcoal or something. So kind of revealing something that's already on the bike.
All right, so roll 2d6. I can't say it's charm because you can't really charm a motorcycle.
Expertise, maybe then?
Yeah,
okay. So that is a 6 total.
Okay. All right.
Mark XP, I guess.
Yes. It's not really interesting to fail, though. Does one of you want to try and help him?
Sure.
How could I help you, though? Let's see. I mean, Sylvain, can you help?
Sure.
You have excellent sense of smell.
Yes. I don't know what that does here. Can ascertain something.
Or maybe you just tell me something about Mortimer, or
Yeah, that works because you know him. So yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. What? I completely phased out. What are you doing?
So, Kay O'Donnell's character is doing some magic to try and figure out something about Mortimer, but you can actually help him and boost his roll because you know Mortimer, so you can fill in some events from his past and stuff. So yeah, that's fine. That'll bump it up.
Well, it's from a past life, like in the reincarnation sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but in this case, you can anchor who the past life is about with what you're telling him, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But to 8 he has to roll, right?
And in this case, we'll hand wave it. That's fine. All right, so you got 7 and 9 on that. 3 things. Okay.
Attribute.
Hang on. We've got to choose a 7 and 9 option. So. Donna has to choose one of those options for how the spell went.
What exact flavor of trouble do we feel like? I mean, I think this makes sense. Or at least it's funny. There's one of these options that 3 people you know are influenced or affected by your virtue, but like there's only 2 other people.
So, what is your virtue, dude?
Mortimer. What is your virtue?
Courage. Have I picked? No, I picked. Courage.
It could be removed, like you forgot you were supposed to meet up with 3 friends to go to the cinema, and then instead they go, you know what, let's hire bikes for the night. And they go on a ride on some high motorbikes. Or it could be more direct that the people you're with go, let's step on these bikes and go for a ride.
Well, we know Mortimer is probably captured. So maybe he gets the bright idea to stand up for himself. Let's
make some trouble for ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
let's
down the road. It'll make trouble for us.
Yeah. And maybe it's the kind of sense that we got from the werewolves. Maybe we kind of the kind of their pheromones or whatever, like the the kind of feel of this place. It's their turf, you said.
Yeah.
It's kind of sympathetic magic is kind of infecting us as well, right?
I like it. So Ibrahima will definitely step on the bike and says, "Let's ride."
All right.
Well, there are 3 bikes. May as well.
And do you think, Donna, it's actually some kind of influence on us in a magical way that we, that we feel some kind of what would be the emotional effect of courage? Is it like fervor or something that grips us?
I mean, I think maybe like the way the sigils interact in the magic, it gives us some kind of feeling of unease, right? Of like Mortimer being in danger,
urgency,
and
maybe,
like and the reaction inside me is that we have to like go and save him. Like we can't.
And that
be
kind
cautious
of radiates out to us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. In one of the past lives, they always liked the wind in their hair, whether it's going fast or riding on high places or whatever. Yeah. So you're headed towards. There's a highway along that goes by the cliffs. Sounds cinematically dramatic enough. Okay, so you're hooning out that way. I'll just give you a regular roll. All right, so you're trying to track down where Mortimer is. I'll get Chris's character, Sylvain, to do like a tracking roll. So this would just be like a mental task. So,
all right.
Roll wits. So 2d6 plus wits in this case.
Sure, I think that's +0 for me. I think that was a 10.
All right. So you may
I
have...
don't know how to read this dice roller.
No, it looks like a 10. That's fine. Okay. So you've been to dreams similar to this. So you navigate your way through the city, you get up to the cliffside highway. You think you can see Mortimer ahead of you on a bike that looks like the one you're riding. Dreams.
All right.
Dream.
But you're being chased by the werewolves in the Audis, I should say. Let's have a look.
It's the fuzz. Cheese it.
Very fuzzy. Okay. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to just try and catch up to Mortimer, or are you going to try and delay the werewolves, or do some magic, or?
Okay, I'm gonna real quick since
Teleport the hell out of this dream. I don't know.
Insight for illusion magic because I like illusion magic a lot.
I mean, if someone thinks an Eldritch Mist might be useful, I can definitely cook one up, right?
I have yet to encounter a scenario where an Eldritch Mist would not be useful.
I could blast them out of existence, but I think the mist might be a bit more subtle.
I also have illusions, so I could mislead them for up to 3 minutes.
I mean, you could work together. One of them, Kayo creates the mist, and Sylvain could create some kind of sound that leaves them away, like the sound of our motorcycles leaving in a completely different direction. Or down the cliffs if we are really,
Oh, we can just have a turn off and have the illusion of the car going that way while...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you do the mist first. And you don't even have to roll for that. You just summon the mist in.
And it says select one creature group that is not affected. Like, would that be as simple as saying humans are not affected?
Yeah, you can say humans are not affected.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right, so we're shrouded in mist, or they're shrouded in mist. The point is, they're getting away, and human Mortimer is also getting away.
Okay.
Donna, I already forgot how you do the two vertical parallel lines.
Oh,
That was so cool.
Your backslash key.
Mm-hmm.
If you type in type that, but shift.
So shift and then backslash.
Yeah.
No, forward slash.
Oh, it's actually backslash. It's awesome. Look at me.
Pipes.
Oh yeah, so I should.
Okay. So, who was running illusion?
Sylvain, I think.
Huh?
You have these illusions, right?
Yes. I don't have it on my character sheet just yet because I got distracted, but
No, okay. All right.
I replaced Dream Sight with it because Donna already has it.
All right, so that's fine. I'll say you do that. They head off. But Mortimer's scared. He's trying to get away. Who wants to roll chase roll? It's plus wits.
I mean, Ibrahima is not doing anything, whereas Kayo and Sylvain doing the cool magic. I'm,
So
chasing.
you're trying to catch up and they're following you. Yep. So roll plus wits.
Plus wits. Reroll selected. And I got a 6. Nice. Yay, experience points.
Yay. Okay, someone want to help with that? I think we're busy.
I think so too. I mean, you're obviously weaving your magic, whereas Ibrahima is trying to catch up with Mortimer.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We can say, so he gets away, but you realise Sylvain's on his bike.
Yeah.
And you can use his bike as like sympathetic magic for scrying, see where he's gone.
Oh yeah, I guess we do have a quantum copy of the bike he's riding. So
Okay. Let's bring up the scrying rules.
And I have this big bronze bowl, which is perfect for scrying, right?
I mean, if you can use that mid-ride on a motorcycle.
Well, you'd probably pull over and.
I mean, never drive and scry. It's a sorcerer safety
lost too
campaign.
many friends that way, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got
It's not
something
worth
of
it.
the
Just
person.
pull over.
So you pull over and focus on the salad bowl. You need either blood or rainwater.
Will a side portion of mist do? I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose if it was cold and damp enough, then it is water. So yep.
Just got to heat up the bowl.
Yeah, I mean, one of my playbook moves is concealment. There's like 3 large items will appear as small items until used, right? And so I presume I have like a button pinned into my jacket, and when I kind of
like
undo that, it's
bowl.
like, yeah, exactly.
Ready for any social occasion. Ding,
Exactly.
salad bowl. Oh dear.
Okay, so how do we scry then?
Okay. Yeah. Sympathetic magic. You got +1 of the roll. Is Mortimer like a fairy or sorcerer, or is he just a human?
I think he's a fawn.
No, it's a fairy. Okay. -1, or it makes it harder to scry him. Okay.
Listen, we take.
But
There's
you've
a
met
reason
him
we had to
several
come
times.
all the way to the Dreamlands.
Yeah. You've met him several times, so you get +1. You're on the same world, so yeah. So it would be 2d6 plus charm +1.
Okay, charm is 0.
Okay.
So just reroll these. Okay, I've got a 10.
Well,
So
Okay.
that'll do.
These are fuckers up the formatting. Okay.
I think I will go with, unless someone else has a really much better idea. You know what area and the world. I guess we already know what world they're on, but I know what area they're on, and they are protected from others trying to find them for 3 days.
Okay. So the
Okay.
wolf.
well, presumably whoever wants to find him has already got him. They were kidnapped.
Well, you saw him riding a bike, but that could be him dreaming while he's in the dreamland.
He could be drawn to them through the dream, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
He mightn't be in complete control of his actions.
Which would explain why he, fled.
That's. Oh yeah.
Because your relationship with Mortimer is friendship, I would assume. So now,
Yeah, they're an old buddy of mine. We got up to wild stuff in Cabo.
all right, but you know where he is. Okay, so yeah, you succeeded to scrying good old salad bowl pulled through. Oh dear.
I mean, I told you it was good for scrying, so in classic fashion, it also cooks,
Okay.
Listen, to a certain point, a bowl's a bowl's a bowl. Every so often, you'll go to a fairy party and they'll season their salad with blood, and it'll get real awkward. They start tasting the future.
I mean, that's
Ruined
for their
dessert.
vampire guests, right?
Yeah.
Well, some of them. Alrighty. All right. Yeah, I just need a toilet, so I'll just call a 5-10 minute break, if that's all right.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay.
We'll go 10 minutes. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Chris has dropped out. That's all right. We'll give him a second to come back.
So the guy's called Olafur Eliasson. And it was the best exhibition I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think he put a waterfall on a bridge in the United States as well. Not quite
Oh.
the using trees to destroy industrial places, but first step maybe.
Yeah. I think it was last year, I went to a Van Gogh thing, and I didn't know a lot about him. But yeah, it was quite interesting. They kind of projected pictures of his artwork up on the walls, so they were, 10 by 20 meters, so they were huge. But it was interesting that he did like landscapes and portraits and, objects and stuff, whereas most people just have one of those things. But he did the whole range, and it's
Yeah, I live pretty close to the Van Gogh, as he's called in Dutch, museum in Amsterdam. And before COVID, I went there quite regularly. There's a beautiful picture of like a cherry tree blossoming with pink leaves and the extremely blue sky in the background that I could watch for hours.
Yeah. All right. And you're back.
Yep.
Okay. So you, everyone ready to get going? Yep. All right. So you track down where Mortimer is. He's just walking into a concert. The concert. So it's, you sort of you see the vision of the concert in the, in the salad bowl, and you turn around and you're there because it's the Dreamlands. So the concert's it's kind of a rock kind of metal band with like a Vikings motif. It's badly done. They obviously know nothing about actual Vikings, but that's never stopped anyone else before. So a lot of you've heard this band before. It's very kind of pop produced. They have a lot of themes about man as a master of the elements and this sort of macho bullshit. But this concert sponsored, getting attacked by a little bug. This concert's sponsored by a fishing company, and they've taken over the port to reinvigorate the town with some tax incentives and stuff. But they have a history of overfishing. They're generally not environmentally friendly at all. And there's some protesters outside the gates that weren't allowed in, but yeah, you can go into the concert. You can wait for Mortimer to come out. What do you want to do?
I think we're gonna have to go in. I think Dreamtime permits.
I want to talk to one of the protesters outside.
Okay.
I mean, are they holding like
Placards and stuff? Yep.
Yeah. And approach one of them and say, that fishing company, what do they actually do?
They send the ships out for the big net fishing, but they always overdo it, and it only lasts a couple of years before they've just overfished everything, and then they'll just pack up and set up somewhere else.
And these fishing boats, are there somewhere nearby?
They're about a kilometer away.
I turn to Caio and Sylvain. I mean, that sounds like a maybe secondary problem after Mortimer, but Sylvain, if you think that Mortimer is not in mortal danger, maybe we should fuck up these boats. What do you think?
I think the best place to do that is on stage.
Right on. So our plan, I think, should be getting on stage and somehow tarnishing the reputation of this fishing company. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. The old Dallas maneuver, is it?
Is it?
Is it?
But I don't know. What's the Dallas maneuver?
I don't know. I'm making an oblique reference to something we may have done in the past as a performance troop. I'm pulling a Buddha.
It's remember that time in Vienna, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How do you? Does any of you have an idea of how you're going to get on the concert stage and get the current band off there?
Well, first plan blackout, and to do that, we need to get backstage.
Let's see. What can I do? Yeah. Let's first get inside. It's not an open air thing, or is it?
I've kind of opened up a warehouse, so there's people in and around it.
Oh, easy. Easy. Just cast an illusion of the sound guy and then beat him up.
Okay. So you're going to try and sneak backstage and sabotage something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or upstage to where the lighting is controlled, however the case may be.
We could also split up. I mean, I'm pretty confident that I can sabotage the sound system.
See, but we also need to be together on stage.
That is true. I mean, part of the Dallas maneuver is that we know when to get back together.
Oh yeah, the zip line, I forgot.
So what Ibrahima is doing is he's sneaking backstage, and then he's causing like a gigantic feedback loop that hopefully will stop the metalheads playing.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to short out their in-ear
like headphones.
Yeah.
Rendering them deaf for a couple of minutes.
They're probably halfway there anyway, but okay. So while Ibrahim was doing that, what's KO doing?
I think those two approaches is probably enough for right now. Nothing is jumping out at me as something I can do myself. So I guess I'll just be backing up the others. I mean, enjoying the metal, maybe a bit of moshing, waiting for my.
You could look for Mortimer, maybe.
Oh yeah, right, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I am expecting to find a fawn in the mosh pit. They're pretty hardcore, right?
Yeah. All right. So Sylvain, you were sneaking around trying to find a roadie or something, or get back to the.
I think the implication is that I'm going for lights, Ibrahim is going for sound, and Kyle will be looking for Mortimer.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get Ibrahim to do. No, I'll get Sylvain to do stealth to try and get back there and. All right. So is Sylvain want to roll stealth? So that would probably be. Are you kind of physically sort of sneaking there, or are you kind of mingling and blending and using your personality?
I think I will probably actually physically try to sneak. I have a great idea, actually. I will transform into... can I transform into a rat?
It'll be a big rat because corgi is the sort of minimum size. But
okay. So maybe, I mean, there's an old saying in Germany where there's a punk, there is a dog. I'm not sure if that is also true for metal
Why
bands.
not?
What does that mean?
It means that if you have a group of punks, that there's a very high chance that at least one of them has a dog.
Yeah, that's
No,
fair.
I mean, that is also true in the States. I've just never heard it as an
No,
idiom.
never. German efficiency. We have to put it into words.
Yeah, dang.
There is no second level meaning to this saying. It's just true.
It's just that's actually a dog. When
Yeah, it could be a German Shepherd or a Staffy or a Bull Terrier or a
yeah, I
Rottweiler.
will go like a scruffy, mixture between different types.
Yeah, it's a mutt.
Yeah. I won't make you roll for that. I'll just say you turn into a bitzer. That's what we call them here. And
I mean, I can still roll to sneak that. I mean, there's
No.
still a dog trying to getting inside the.
oh, there's a few dogs around. There's Rottweilers with like spike collars, but also a pink bow in their hair. There's all sorts of shit. So
Cool.
all right. Yeah, you turn to a dog going that way. KO, you find Mortimer moshing in the mosh pit with your sister.
With my sister.
Yep.
Ouch.
I mean, I guess I give her a look.
Like, behave.
Like I am not surprised in any way to find you here. Neck deep in trouble / fun.
Really, what is the difference?
I wonder sometimes. And it'll be like Mortimer too.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, moshing away.
And is Mortimer is it like you just wearing normal clothes, or do we see like his little fawn hooves poking out from his trousers?
Yeah, you see your fawn who's poking out from his trousers. He's probably denim jeans and jacket. He's got a Megadeth t-shirt on.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's mission accomplished, right? I found Mortimer.
He seems to be having a grand old time. We assumed he was kidnapped.
I really don't want to know. I mean,
I don't know what your sister's deal is or how she's involved with this, but you know what? They all seem happy, so
they do.
I mean,
Okay.
there was something about him being protected by or from. What
from
was it?
scrying.
That was part of the scrying.
Result of the
Oh,
scrying.
okay.
I mean, that's the effect my sister has on or from the magic, right?
That's a weird sentence. Okay.
I mean, it seems perfectly plausible to me in my dream state.
Yeah,
right?
Okay. All right. So, Sylvain, you found the lighting stuff. Are you just going to flick a few switches, or are you going to try and destroy it, or what are you going to do?
Well, first step, blackout. So just hit the kill switch on the lighting board.
Done.
Oh, it was unattended. I don't even have to roll to take control. The guy just sort of...
No. He was 20 meters over there, head banging to the music and stuff. They're not that professional.
I did the classic concert maneuver of, hey, Gary wants to see. You gotta...
Yep.
It's that easy.
Mortimer and your sister sort of still moshing for about 10 seconds and like, hey, where'd the music go? There's a fair bit of weed going around the crowd.
All right.
And they sort of look
So
around.
a blackout lit by the occasional scattered sparks of someone toking up.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
It's an image.
Ibrahim, what are you doing? Are you doing anything to this stuff, or?
I mean, after I induce the feedback. I have a look at what the effect is on the musicians, and if they are sufficiently, freaked out, I will storm the
So
stage.
you're just going to playing around with buttons, or are you going to do blast but aim it at?
No, it's
the
it's
equipment,
like it's literally I put the output into the input and create a feedback loop so that they the sound gets louder and louder and louder and
Oh, they have an acoustic
inside their
incident.
ears.
Yep.
And
Okay.
they
All right. Yeah, we'll just roll to see how generally you do with that. So that would be. I don't know. Have you done this a lot, or are you just kind of making it up as you go, or?
I think I just make it up as I go.
All right. So roll plus wits, which is nothing. So just 2d6 strength.
2d6. And I got a 7. Excuse me, plus nothing, then I have actually an 8, which is the same.
All right. So you're going to choose one of these options.
I think harm maybe makes sense. That's that the sound also builds up in the in the sound booth behind the stage.
If something sparks and burns you, or
yeah.
All right. So zap. Yep.
And it is 3 harm.
Yeah.
Let's reduce that from my character sheet. Where do I find harm?
Just under
here.
equipment.
Under equipment.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Cool.
All right. So the band go from the stage.
And I guess we enter the stage, right?
Yep, zip line time. Oh, I think or not.
So all three use zip lines from different directions under the stage. Is it among Eldritch Mist?
From ground level, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean I'm ground level as well.
Yeah, no, but we still zip line in magic. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
Eldritch
you know,
Mist is it's definitely a Rocky Mountain moment, right?
Mhm.
So maybe you do the Eldritch Mist and then you do an illusion of the three of you zip lining in, but you actually just walk on stage.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. We need a band name.
What is our? I mean, doesn't the Cabal have a name that is a composite out of 3 things? I think I saw something.
But that's a suggestion. You don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, my first instinct, the Blasting Company, but I think that's a real band, actually.
I mean, I'm fine with the Blasting Company.
It's a fine enough band name.
Mm-hmm. So I think I don't know. Is the Harlequin is probably the lead singer? I would assume,
Yeah.
or the lead guitarist.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I mean, our goal is remember to shit on the fishing company that sponsors the whole thing.
Yeah, I could be mad if I'm living in Boston. I can summon up some rage about fishery management.
But it must be part of, because we are performers, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably more like a song about the
An
evil.
interpretive dance about
Or it isn't.
the sad life of destroyed coral.
I think that probably with a metal crowd, a song would be more convincing.
Yeah. Do we have instruments? We made the joke that we're performers.
I mean, there's going to be instruments on stage, right? But if not,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's
No,
certainly be a
that's
drum
fine.
kit. Yeah, but,
Yeah, there's a big drum kit.
maybe those other 2 items that are very very
Maybe they're
simple
one of
simple
those bands
in
that had
my
to pick
in
a
my
guitar
jacket
rack
pocket
on the
are.
stage.
A guitar and a guitar.
Yeah.
So in
Yes.
Monster of the Week, this would be something like what is it called? Like Big Magic or something? Is there an
Oh,
yeah.
equivalent, like a group magic thing where
Well,
we
it's more a
put together-
persuasion thing, so it would just be a mental task. But
Mhm.
yeah, so here you go.
Are we not performing sorcery style?
Oh, you want to do an actual ritual?
I would love to do a ritual with Kayo and
That's
Sylvain.
our whole deal, apparently.
I mean, we're
Okay.
Cabal. Come on.
Okay.
Dancing around or at them.
So normally doing a ritual is a certain amount of harm, but that's like physical and mental effort, a certain amount of hours. So the hours would be playing music. You play a bunch of songs with themes and stuff. And there's reagents. In this case, the reagents would be the band equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got all that.
I mean, it could be something that Wagner has called the Gesamtkunstwerk. It doesn't have to be limited to music. It can be music, dance, theater, illusions.
The
It's the whole-
totality of
I mean,
art.
we could do a full Gesamtkunstwerk, but
I think our talents
I don't know if
as,
a middle crowd is here.
as
but,
mages is
no, you're right. We start with metal concert, and then we unify through theater into some other form of magic and
Here we go.
performance.
magic
So
is
you
Full,
ours.
just
full
wanna-
metal alchemy, I think.
Yeah, which is another cool band name, by the way.
And you're
Yeah.
just trying to
It's
influence
also
the
just
crowd
an
and get
anime.
them. So you wanted them to remember it and to change their point of view. So it's an influence ritual. So, all right. Yep. Someone needs to
If
roll
we
plus
convince
expertise.
everyone in here, we can work a little time magic and actually destroy the fishing boats.
And yeah,
No, you're overreaching there.
oh,
But you could, get the crowd angry enough to destroy the fishing boats or to storm one of the offices or something.
Yeah, but
And like
that's
you
part
said-
of the performance.
there's something about reagents.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's the physical components for the spell. In this case, it would be your band equipment.
Which we've just heisted from a metal band.
Yeah, plus he's got some of them. So, all right. Yeah, all right. Someone, it's obvious two of you are assisting. One of you needs to roll plus expertise.
I think that's me. I think as lead
Band
singer,
leader.
I'm the one in charge of this ritual. So we're rolling it +1.
Actually,
And
someone roll a
can we-
d6 as well.
Can we aid?
Yes, it's presumed you will be aiding. So yeah. So,
Did that work? I think I rolled an 8.
all right, so that would be taken up to a 9, and
Wait, hang on.
Oh.
I truly have no idea how to read this dice roll.
that's all right.
What I do is I just what's it called? I click the 2 dice and then I go to the re-roll button and it does it.
Where's the re-roll button?
And
Down
It's
the
like
bottom
a
next to
very
the
bottom.
bin.
circle or like half circle. or
Oh,
something.
that's what that is. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna delete all these dice. I think I rolled a 7, which is an 8 now.
Okay.
Check.
So you go through a few songs with the themes of being, living in harmony with the environment and all of that.
Make them real sad about the fish.
And as you're doing this ritual, you got 7 and 9, so you need to pick one of these. So it worked, but hang on, no, you don't. I do. That's right. We revised. So, what's
Yeah,
it?
okay.
I can't say disturbs electronics because you already did sabotage half of that shit before you started.
Yeah.
I'm going to combine 2 of the dots and say distort sounds and it disturbs animals. So, oops. Horse has dropped out. Just give me a minute.
I'm
people
still there.
love
I'm still there.
it.
Just switch off the camera.
So yeah, as you're playing, the sound distorts as you get further away from the concert, and it just scares away animals. But the sounds are bouncing around the area, so instead of just people having the song in their head, it's the echoes are literally just bouncing around for hours, which gets in the newspapers. Okay, but yes, you worked. You did the basically the influence ritual. So 60 people with 120,000 audience each on media, are talking about your concert, and they're live streaming it and passing the message wide about what a bunch of turds this company is.
What is fairy social media like?
Probably Instagram. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it's just, you're right. It's just the same.
Yeah. So yes, that works. You've turned people against that company and their practices.
Art can change the world. Screw you, Dad.
What happened to Mortimer is what I'm.
He's in the crowd.
And is he enjoying our show?
They look like he's helping the band. He's going to head off for the band to go to the next city. He's trying to talk KO's sister into coming with them, and so are the band. Like, come with us, join us on the tour. And
Oh, the other band that is now in the crowd, I guess.
yeah,
What happened to them?
they kind of watched a bit, and they're sort of packing up their gear, a bit bummed out that their concert, their Mastery of the Universe, was downplayed this evening.
Happens to the best of us.
Well,
do we assume that Mortimer is going there against his will, that he's under some kind of charm?
you can do a sense magic roll to try and see if there's any magic in the air or anything, and have a look.
After we've just scattered magic echoing across the air for
Well, you
miles
did
around.
that, but there may have been other stuff on him or around. So
So sense magic is with
wits.
wits is 0, and I got a 7.
Okay, so yep. So then you pick one from that lot.
Discover elements. Well, I want to discover if there is a spell effect on Mortimer.
Right, so that we discover any sorts. Yep. Yes, there's like a charm, persuasion sort of magic affecting him.
Can I see the source of the spell?
Yeah, the band.
Hmm.
They've all got like fox or canine pupils instead of human pupils.
Well, Kayo, your sister might be under the charm as well.
Yeah, or is she an unknown groupie to this foxy band?
No, she generally goes and sees whoever, but it does look like they're trying to recruit her.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess, can we like break the magical spell, or from one group of supernaturals to another? Do we just convince the band that these two people are not for the taking?
So you're going to try and do it verbally.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's up to you. It's your sister. I would probably rough them up, but that's just my nature.
But that can be plan B.
Yeah, I mean,
or it could be plan B, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, are you angry about them trying to...
I mean, as yet, not sufficiently. I wouldn't start with an ass kicking.
Okay, so I will stand in the background, flexing my muscles while you try to persuade them.
Yeah. So maybe we are going to try to talk to the band who have ensorcelled Mortimer and my sister, who I guess we should give a name. Her name is Giselle. So we're going to talk first and then kick ass later. So what do you think, Chris? Is Sylvain our front man on stage and off? Is Sylvain the
It's
best
your
person
sister.
to? Oh,
It's
okay.
your sister. I stay out of family business.
Okay.
But it's your friend there. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I stay out of family business.
He's only a drinking buddy, Okay, well, I guess I will, rock up to the band and talk a little bit about their set and our set and how ours was obviously much more powerful. And then look at Mortimer and Isel and give them a look that tells them that we know exactly what they're doing with the ensorcelment.
Okay. They kind of explained that's just how they are. They're not trying to ensorcel people. Humans come near them and they get ensorcelled.
Oh, okay. So
They don't do anything to discourage it, and they don't sort of turn it off as such. But yeah, it's just the way they are. They didn't, put a gun to anyone's head or anything.
Sure. Well, here's our invitation for you to do something to to turn it off or to dissuade them from following you.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like charm.
Yeah, I think it sounds like charm.
And I actually think I'm helping by, standing in the background menacingly, showing them, what is the alternative.
Okay.
Let me roll and see what the dice decide. It's an 8. 0 charm. That is enough.
Do I help for +1 or do I help for the next level of effect?
I would help for +1. So it's still a 9. Oh, hang on. This is social on the wrong one. Okay. It worked, but
I'm just looking at the options now. I mean, I like the idea of owing them a favor, but that has very little kind of teeth in a one-shot playtest. What I think the last option, you smell or hear something from a memory. What is it, and why does it affect you? Maybe when Isel and I were younger, kind of late teens, we hung out at a club, and maybe this very band, or maybe a band composed of foxy spirits like them were gigging there, and we kind of have this. I mean, there's a real connection with us. Maybe this is kind of one of the early setting us on our path to sorcery experiences.
Yeah, and they'll invite you guys to tour with them. You can be an opening band or
meet
up and gig again and do a concert together in Amsterdam or something.
Yeah, and I think for Kaio, it's kind of he can't refuse that kind of offer from someone he kind of holds in that kind of deep kind of lifestyle choices meaning for him, and I'm sure he'll drag Isel around for that as well too.
Okay. Is Sylvain doing anything while they're sort of chatting about this possible band meetup?
Probably not.
I mean,
Or attempting to pick pockets in the crowd. Who knows?
but
Nothing is
wasn't the
possible.
whole point of us getting? I like Ibrahima is approaching Kayo. Kayo, isn't the whole point of us getting Mortimer and Isbel away from them?
Oh yeah, but Mortimer is, and like me and Isabel are going into this, of
Listen,
our own free will.
He was not this happy when I knew him. I think this is a net positive overall. Like, listen, I will be the first to speak out against Fey enslavement or ensorcelment of any kind.
Do I feel any kind of allure from them? Any kind of magical attraction? Or does it not work on us?
It doesn't work as well on you because you're kind of human plus or human extra or something. But then again, maybe you slept with one of them.
That is true.
They are fairy, and you know. Okay.
I think at the end of the concert, I will definitely. I think I'm charitable or something. I will talk to the Foxy metalheads and say, you know what, like teaming up with this fishing company was pretty shitty. What do you think we use the money from the concert to give it to the environmentalist group? I mean, we're joining you, and you saw how good we are. You will make money in the future.
Well, all right. So the lead singer's like, well, you know, if you're gonna show me a good time, then you got to deal.
Showing you good times at innuendo.
Yes.
I looked them up and down. Got yourself a deal.
All right. So the $1 million goes to charity. That's damn good payment for a night of work.
Well, if the rumors are true about my prowess, then it's well worth it.
Righty. Okay. So you escort Mortimer and Isel back to Earth. Where do you think you'd be based?
Some hippie place. I don't know.
San Francisco.
San Francisco makes sense.
Yeah, the Pacific Northwest.
Seattle.
The Great American Desert. I don't know where hippies congregate in Europe, but maybe somewhere. Reading.
Something.
That's a place, right?
Yeah.
Brighton is the place where the weirdos and hippies congregate. That's what I'm thinking of.
Brighton?
Yeah, it's near Glastonbury, kind of, I think. Over that way.
Isn't it the only town that routinely votes Green Party?
Oh, no, there's a few. Okay, so you take them back to Earth. They're all right. Not that they realise they kind of left. But, okay. What else can we do? I think I've covered a lot of it.
Do we have like a headquarter or something where our
the Exarchs have a sanctuary, so it's probably there.
Yeah. So I picked these out of thin air at the start. So my sanctuary is a tree fort, which has an observatory in it, and I've said it's in the Dreamlands, but obviously, I'm going to change that to Earth now, right?
Okay, that's up to you. All right. Well, by a tree fort, we're talking about one room up a tree, or are we talking about 50 rooms up a massive tree? How elaborate is this?
I mean, I think it's improbably large, but not like impossibly large, right?
I
So-
sense a band room with the instruments and soundboards and stuff. Set
Could be
up.
bigger on the inside. Nothing's stopping us.
That was what I was thinking. Always big on the inside.
And there's like rope bridges going across to like other rooms that are kind of more normal sized tree houses. But yeah, we got basically like a. I want to say it's not really like a. It's almost like a sound stage. So there's a section of the tree fort that's like open, and so sometimes we do like concerts there, right?
You could be up on the roof. There's like a canopy
Yeah,
platform and. Okay. All right. That's all I'd planned. That's a very different group of sorcerers than I expected.
That's a good sign, right?
Yeah. I want that flexibility. I don't want. Oh, you've all got staffs. You all speak in Latin, and you all wear robes. Oh, piss off. Have some imagination,
I mean, we wear bathrobes, I guess, sometimes, right? But
Well, everyone wears bathrobes sometimes here. And we're back on.
Yeah. So, thoughts, impressions, questions.
I think you need stronger onboarding. I was very lost at the beginning of this.
In terms of the rules, or just sort of the concept of who you are and what you do? Or?
Yeah, just sort of the concept and like what the playbooks were doing. And this might be just that I missed how much did I miss? Like 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, about 10, I think, maybe.
Yeah, that might have all been in the 10 minutes I missed when I showed up late, but I was very...
Yeah, I think the touchstone the impression I got from the beginning was like Mage the Ascension. Have you played that? Or Mage there are several Mage things. I'm not even sure which one I played.
Yeah. The
Awakening and
the
Ascension.
Awakening.
Or maybe I played the
But
Awakening.
mage.
Old World of
This
Darkness
didn't
or
feel like a
World of
mage
Darkness.
game at all.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Well, you need to play more games with cultists of ecstasy, I think.
Did it feel like, if it didn't feel like Mage, did it feel like another game? Like, I don't know.
Not really. I don't know. That is another thing. Is the tone was kind of lackluster, but that's not so much on the game as it is just sort of we all seemed a little tired.
I mean, I think some of it is right because we have these like really open choices when we create the cabal, right? And
Yeah.
if we had gone with like hunters and understanding, it would have been like a completely different feel.
Yeah.
And so that's a group thing, I think.
We also did not generate the like contacts that might have hooked us into a plot a little stronger to get at the get-go.
Yeah. Well, we would have filled in, Mortimer and his sister and that as time went on, but it wasn't worth it because it's just a playtest. But yeah.
So, I mean, Blake, do you think that's something you do in play, like you build up contacts, or is that like something you do at the very start in like a session?
No, I think do it in play. I don't want to front load too much working out stuff because I'd rather get into it and then.
Yeah.
I don't think it's contrived to sort of make up one as you need it because generally people make up something interesting anyway. It's not exactly what they need.
The other thing that kind of struck me about the magic was that until like we got to do magic for maybe not the first time, maybe the second time with the ritual, it wasn't clear to me whether we could do like anything or whether we were confined to just those 2 sorcery moves that we had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because okay.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like when I was looking at those magic moves, it wasn't obvious to me that say I was always going to be doing writing as my sorcery style because I was an exarch, or whether because we'd chosen performing as a cabal, are all of our magics gonna be like performances?
Oh, okay. So specify that. And I mean, in this case, exarch always does writing. It's just when you join the others in a ritual, it's just your narrative style that you do it as a band performance sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's fine leaving that open. You just need to like make sure the questions get asked.
Yeah. I wanted people doing different sorts of things for magic because I didn't want everyone to stand there with a wand doing, Wingardium Leviosa crap, because it's like, I enjoy Harry Potter, but every wizard doesn't have to be a Harry Potter-esque wizard. There's a lot of stuff out there, so. But, I mean, like you did scrying, you did sense magic, plus there's your sorcery moves, plus there's rituals and that. Well, yeah.
I guess with the moves, I mean, I kind of like the way they're kind of, I won't say generic, but you can fit in whatever stat makes the most sense for them for social, right? And which is kind of a feature I quite like. And then those picks, the ones I saw anyway, were quite good, kind of evocative. Though sometimes it was like, oh, most of these don't really fit, or maybe they would have fit if we were playing in a longer term game. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got a quick start on sort of players' intro and stuff, but I'll also run games where people don't read it anyway. And so, I've ran Monster of the Week and people rocked up expecting Monster Hearts. And I'm like, no, this is Monster of the Week. Oh, yeah, I've got no idea what that is. I haven't read anything. And I'm like, I can only help you so much. You've got to, put an effort in otherwise.
I didn't even read the game listing, apparently.
Oh, no, I definitely had that. Especially at online cons, people will just sign up.
Yeah. It's just the enthusiasm's nice, but it's like, sometimes you need a little bit of background. But, all right, cool bananas. All right, food for thought anyway. Generally, I think it worked. You did play Modern Sorcerers. You did do magic. You did help people in your own strange way, sabotaging a concert and stuff.
There was one other thought I had, and I think it was prompted. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, that was done.
Oh, I think it was prompted by something you said, Horst, at the very start. Is like, why do I have to pick my zodiac sign, and what does that mean? And I said, okay, me too. I know virtually nothing about zodiac signs, so I just picked one at random.
No,
me too.
I do love that it's included.
It's just to give a dimension to tie your character to the world. Like, if you're going on a big journey, you'd sort of zoom out and roll, and you sort of cooperatively think of an encounter together. And if you've got a certain zodiac, like if you're Leo and you're doing that journey in August, you get a bonus to the roll and stuff. If you're doing a ritual and you're doing it in August, then you get a bonus to the roll. It affects certain magical rolls, but it doesn't dominate the game. It's just a recurring undertone, I guess.
I mean, one of the things that I did when I said, oh, Scorpio, maybe. And I said, like, such a typical Scorpio was my Google search. And it gave me such a typical Scorpio is. And I used those to kind of refocus some of my virtues and looks and that kind of stuff.
There's some things in the game where I can kind of lean into the zodiac stuff more or not. And if you like, Scorpio's a water sign, so you could have described watery stuff when you're doing a magic, but you don't have to. It's just an option there if you want to flesh it out with that.
Yeah, that was actually something I thought about when I was looking at the moves for the Exarch. There was a lot of watery stuff in the sorcery moves, like why an amphibian or a reptile, and why I can't remember. There was another one that was in the PDF but not in the character keeper about breathing underwater.
Yeah, I divided the transform sort of power up because otherwise people choose the same shit every time. It's wolf and snake and that, and I'm like, no, don't forget insects, don't forget amphibians. There's a whole world of nature out there. So
I think it'd be like cool if there was like a like so for in the X arc there's a list of gods, ancient gods, and like it'd be nice if there was a line, a red thread through the kind of fictional elements of that, like from the gods all the way down to the beasts that you could turn into, because I didn't really see a connection between some of the elements. Yeah.
okay. All right. Food for thought. All right, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
That went well. Hopefully we can game again at some point in the future, and we can keep this cabal going because it may be two you can play and the other one can't, and we'll just invite someone else into this band and have them go off and do something else.
Yeah, we're like the gorillas, or the mountain goats. Not a real band, just two people and whoever happens to be around.
Sounds good. That's cool.
Okay, thanks for running.
You're out.
Thanks for playing, guys. And
Yeah.